We'll clear the mind and do a little intention. This is just a way to set our energy, to appreciate our body, our mind, and our spirit, and to fill our cup. We'll take an inhale to lift up the arms, and when your arms come up, they catch each other if you'd like. We're going to go over to a side. This is half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe in. Feel your rib cage expand. As you're here, if you'd like to add on, take the inside hand down to your leg. If you'd like to add on, you can add your foot crossing. And that's a little bit deeper. Good. Good morning. Just starting with half moon. And if you'd like to rotate down, it'll add a little bit of your low back focus. And then as you rotate up, you'll feel your obliques. So this is just finding little crevices that need attention, breathing in, and then we're going to inhale and go up to tall arms. They can even touch or catch each other. The feet are in neutral. Go over to the other side. Just take a moment here. Breathe in through your nose if you can. And then as you're ready, this hand can come down. The other foot can cross over. Breathe in. And then exhale, rotate towards the floor. That's going to feel a little bit more like your low back, the back of the shoulder. Take an inhale. And then you can rotate up towards the sky. This will feel a little bit more like obliques, front of the shoulder. Keep opening up that side with your breath, inhaling through the nose. And then as you're ready, your arms can come up to the sky. The feet can be underneath the body. Then we're going to open up to five-pointed star. Open up the arms. And this is five-pointed star here. The wrists are roughly over the ankles. Lift up your right toes. Take them towards the right wall. Reach the right arm out as if you're going over a counter. And we're going to take a little triangle pose. Now the pose could look like this. If once you're here you feel like you want to take a little variation, a nice one is arm over your ear or arm behind your back. Just find out what you need today, what feels therapeutic to you. They all feel good. And hold 10. Hi Betty, can you hear? 8, good. 7. And that's it. So you're reaching as if someone's pulling your arm. Open up. The bottom leg, the inner thigh, the hamstring is getting such a nice stretch. The knees have some protection with a micro bend, just a tiny softness. Now, when you're ready, take an inhale. This top arm can help lead you up. Pass the five-pointed star where your ankles are underneath your wrist. Pick up your other toes and face them towards the left wall. We're going to do a shift as if someone's pulling your arm over a counter. And then you run out of room when the bones hit each other. That's your triangle. And the arm up is a great classic triangle. But if you're craving another one, arm over is a really nice one, or arm behind your back. And just find one that you need. Breathe in. Feel that inner thigh. Feel that hamstring release. Good. Keep feeling longer. And our intention is appreciation and refilling our cup or rejuvenating our body, mind, and soul. Just clearing your mind. Just making a space for wellness. Let the exhale release tension from your body. Let the inhale inspire wellness, stretching, length, rejuvenation. And body will change a little bit as you're here. It'll give in to the posture. It'll open up. Now, as you're ready, take an inhale and let the top arm help you. Just bringing it up first will help lead the way. Let the toes go forward or even slightly in on this. So the slight internal rotation opens up that SI joint. Come on down, and then your hands, if they'll touch the floor, pull a little bit. Give yourself a little assist. Relax the neck. 4, 3, 2. Now, if you're doing okay here, you can interlace your fingers at your low back and let the arms go over. If that feels like too much, just leave your hands low. Exhale to let go of tension. Try 3, 2, and on the 1, let your hands back down to the floor. Now this is the supported knee bend, so bend one knee and then bend the other. Good morning, sweetheart. Oh, I'm glad you came in. So we are just giving an intention of wellness to our body for this yoga practice and rejuvenation, also appreciation to that body, mind, and spirit. So a little, the other side of that appreciation is that we only use words of wellness for that body. Good. And then take your right hand down, and we're going to open up your left arm. And you're going to open up. And Karen, I'm going to make sure your audio's off. It's okay. It looks like it might have turned on, because when that does that, the other girls get a bigger view of you. Yep, I'm just going to mute you. Don't take it personally. Right arm down. Left arm up. Now reach, reach, reach. So this is a windmill. And it's almost like you're light on your bottom arm and you're reaching up to your top arm. I want you to find where your neck feels happy. So Amy, wherever your neck feels really good for you. Breathe in. I like to think of a big bird in the sky with the wingspan. We saw a big red-tailed hawk yesterday, so just whatever animal, whatever bird comes to mind, your arms are opening up. And then exhale that hand down and open up your other one and lift up. Okay, here we are, reaching, opening, lifting. Keep opening, keep lifting, keep reaching. And opening up with the inhale. And then exhale, gently come down. And then we're going to put our hands on the hip bones and just slowly come up. Now you can take as long as you need. If you tend to have a little blood pressure recalibration that takes slower, just take slower. Lift your heart, breathe in. And then once your hands are back at your heart, we're going to step, walk, or jump together. And we're going to get a sip of wellness, coffee, into our body. So there it is. Good job. And nice job. We're going to open up those arms. This is 5-pointed star. Open up your feet. And we're going to lift the right toes so that you lift. I like to lift and spread them here. It opens up the arches. So if you can also open and spread your toes, that'll help the arches. Your right knee, I'm going to just introduce a few knee bends for that. So this is Warrior 2, and we're just opening that knee, getting it traction with the second toe. We're going to leave it over the second toe, take the palms face up, look over that hand, and just feel your 4 corners of your feet helping you down to the ground, feeling really strong and solid. The heart is open, the palms are open. And as you exhale, you're just getting rid of any tension you don't need, the jaw, the forehead, the mind. Everything's just barely, you're just contracting enough to hold the posture, but there's no tension. This front arm, the right forearm, can go to your thigh, the other arm goes over. This is Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. If you prefer to take your hand down either to a yoga block or the floor, You can take that too, so just any pose that serves you. We'll hold here for 10. Yep, roll that shoulder open. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to use the top arm to also help get us up the strong leg. You're going past warrior 2. This is the warrior 2. You have lift up and over. So we're never just kind of compressing. We're going up and over. This hand comes back. Front knee is still safely on top of that ankle. You can look if you're not sure and hold for 10. 9. Good, Karen. 8. Everybody looks great. 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go up to vertical spine, palms out, straighten that leg. You're passing through 5-pointed star. Lift and spread the left toes, and then the left knee, you can take just a few knee bends, and this is just nice to see where am I tracking. That left knee, we'd like to track with the second toe, and then it warms it up a little bit. Keep it over the hill, 90 degrees or so. Ought to feel good or more obtuse. Let's take a look over that hand. This is the warrior 2, Virabhadrasana, big wing, eagle span, eagle wing span. Breathe in fully. Let the breath come in through your nose. Nourishing your body. You're plumping up the cells with your full breath. You're letting the breath be really full. The belly expands, the heart expands, the ribs expand. And we're going to take this front arm. This is going to come towards the thigh. The other arm goes over the ear, Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. The next preference, if you'd like, is to come down, or you could even use a yoga block. So just find where you need to be. Breathe into that side, and yes, it's like you're spinning your side, your upper shoulder blade back. As if a wall were behind you, you'd be touching the wall. That shoulder looks more open today, Karen. Great. 10, 9. Keep reaching like somebody's pulling your arm. You can feel the little back muscle between your rib and your hip. That's the QL, that low back muscle. It usually needs a little extra tension. This pose should feel really therapeutic on that back. Good. Imagine you're growing longer, stretching. Breathe into that side. Now, as you're ready, we're going to exhale and strong legs, strong spine, coming up beyond Parvriti Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. There's still a sense of length in that rib cage. Good. You look gorgeous, everyone. The knee is over the ankle. So your body is responding to all of the requests that you're giving it. How wonderful is that we're healthy enough to do this together? Hold. Opening. Breathe in. Wherever your neck needs to be, sometimes that needs to change. 5, 4, sink into that leg. If you're feeling stronger, you might be able to sink into that left thigh. That was good, Betty. You did exactly what I was thinking your body could do. 3, 2. Now we're going to come up into a vertical body. Here we go. Straighten out that leg. Nice. Now when you go down this time, release into forward fold. Let the hands help you again. Shake out the neck and hold 5. And then gently walk forward to hammock pose. Now hammock is a lot like down dog. Your heels are still wide though, and your hands are in front of you. So you're still like this upside down V, but your legs are wide. So this is hammock pose. Hold 5, Lengthen the knees. 4. Lift up the sit bones. 3, 2, and then walk your hands back underneath. Your hands can go to your hip bones. As you come up, monitor your blood pressure so it has a chance to calibrate safely. You can lift up your heart, breathe in, and then let your torso go to vertical. Your hands come to your heart. You can step, walk, jump, boogie, whatever you want to do. Back to Samasthiti, and then we'll take another sip of wellness, and we'll come on back. Great job, guys. Feel how your body is opening. And I'm going to turn so that I'm at the top third of my mat. Then, so if you have something that you're using for friction, it can be at the top third. Lift and spread your toes and leave your right foot where it is. Take your left foot back. It is slightly turned out. This is Parsvottanasana. So you're in long-legged position. You can take a few arm circles. This is pyramid pose. The feet are in line with the railroad track. One more. And then let your little hands go to a position of shoulder opening. So it could be that you're interlaced. Now inhale and exhale forward. And this is going to feel like a hamstring stretch as you come down. Your gaze probably is at your toes or your shin or your ankle. Even your left calf might feel a stretch as you're reaching it towards the floor. We're going to add on, your hands could come down to your thigh, your shin, or even the floor. You could even add a little flexion here. So just find something that feels relaxing on the hamstring. We're going to take an inhale down here. Strong arms coming up, strong legs, and see if you can go into a back bend here. So you can lift your heart, your hands can go together, breathe in, and then the hands are going to come to the heart. The right knee softens. Shift your left leg up to your right, land softly. Good. Think of an animal with that elasticity. And then Samasthiti, the other leg comes back about 4 to 5 feet deep, slightly out. So your hips are forward, your shoulders are forward. We'll take an interlaced finger position or an elbow. Yep. If you need arm circles, please do. Exhale forward when you're ready. And feel that stretch. Your right hip is subtly steering forward. Your left hip is subtly steering back to keep square. You might go a little deeper in the posture. Now your hands could come down to your thigh or maybe your calf or maybe the floor. Just relax. You can flex a little bit too. Good. Yeah, letting your neck go with you where it needs to. Good, Karen. That's great. Everybody looks so good. Feel that in that left hamstring opening. You want to feel the stretch in the belly of the muscle, never in the knee or never in the sit bone. So throughout the muscle. Take another inhale. And then as you're ready, your strong leg helps bring you up. You can even go into a beyond midline, so it's a bit of a back bend. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, your hands are going to come down to your heart. Thumb touches your heart. Soften the front knee. And then Samasthiti. Really good job. We'll take a sip of wellness. So good. Notice how everything feels. And terrific. So we're going to be meeting at the front of our mat, or front third of our mat. Now the right foot can stay where it is. The left foot is going to go a little further back. This is Warrior One. Your front knee is 90 degrees and your left foot can still be reaching out a bit, 45 degrees. Hips are square, shoulders square. A traditional position is to have the arms up like a wide V. And there is also a nice little Vinyasa option where you open up your arms like you're going through a doorway. So you can tell that one's a little more pec, anterior delt posture. So there's no wrong way. Just see what feels good to you. Yep, I like it. If you're having an upper trapezius or your neck feels jammed, that wider arm position often feels good. So just find out, what do you need? Belly in. I like it. Yep. This is courageously going forward. Open heart going forward. Breathing in fully. Letting that heart be open to the next step. Feeling grounded through your feet, open to the top of the body, front of the body. Now we're going to let those palms touch and come together at the heart. There's a shift forward, and then take the back leg softly next to the front leg. Samasthiti, let your body assimilate. That's a homeostasis feeling. Right leg goes back. This one's a little deeper than that pyramid pose. So this is Warrior One. You can let your arms open, or you can lift up, open up your heart. Energetically and physically, the front body is open. The front knee is on top of that ankle. Breathe in fully. Yeah, beautiful. That's right. Good. And this is subtle, Karen. You might want to tilt your wrist forward just a tiny bit. Yep, do you feel that? That's it. So since you, ride horses, that's like a little vulnerable, not vulnerable, but we just want the wrist to be in line if they can for you. We're going to just try to be good. That'll help that thumb feel better. 5, 4, 3. So taking another inhale, glide those hands towards your heart. The thumbs can even touch the sternum. Shift your body weight forward. Land softly next to the other foot. Samasthiti, let your body assimilate. Really good, guys. We're going to come back to a little bit of wellness. Take a sip of wellness, and I'll meet you for a tree pose balance. You're doing so good. And the coffee is so good this morning too. Everything's so good. Lift and spread your toes. And the left foot can stay down. Tree pose is also called Vrikshasana. Lower is a little modified. On your calves, another position, or come on up. Sometimes you have to start over, that's no problem. So the hips are level wherever you are. And if you'd like to open up your arms, you can. We'll start traditional, and then we'll add on a shoulder opener. Shoulder blades are down the back even though the arms are up. So notice how we try to keep tension out of the neck. So for me, if I glide open a little bit, that fits better. The scapula fits better. So it's where your body will tell you, okay, I can stay out of my neck. My shoulder blades are down the back. That's it. Now you're welcome to stay there. If you'd care to add on a shoulder opener, you can add on a cow face, so your fingers reaching towards each other. That's optional. Good. Looking good. Breathe in. Now, as you're ready, this is dynamic balance. You bring your hands back to your heart. The thumbs touch the heart, and then the other foot comes down. Samastitihi. Really good, guys. Lift and spread your toes. And take your other foot up. So you've got this calf or maybe your inner thigh. And the foot's pushing on the leg gently and the leg's pushing back. So there's a co-contraction happening. Hips are level. Go up. There we go. You can do a glide with the shoulder blades. Especially if you have any tendency towards tension in the upper traps or the neck. That glide will feel good, like a puzzle piece fitting in the right place. Good. Vrikshasana, the tree pose. Good. And you can scan your body too and just release any tension that might be there. So the top arm could add on. There we go. That's it. Yep. You guys look great. 5. Good. 4. Yep. And 3. Yep, and sometimes the wind blows and a tree moves, that's okay too. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands down, let the foot down. Samastitihi, good job. Grab a sip of wellness. I'll meet you back here. Excuse me. All right. Now this is a quadricep stretch to start, and then we're going to add on a Natarajasana. So I'm going to turn to the side just to show that. Lift up the arm, inhale, and then it spirals around to your foot. So the same side foot. Your other arm goes out. Now this is a rib down, pubic bone up sensation for the abdominals to support the back. You got it. Yeah. So you see how I'm trying to protect the low back just by using the abs a little bit, like a 5% contraction, and the pubic bone up. So holding. This is a great stretch for our day and age. The hip flexors tend to be in this hip tends to be in a flex position a lot. So this is a great stretch. Now, so if you want to stay there, that's just fine. If you'd like to add on a dynamic component, Natarajasana is King Dancer. You'll pull your thigh back. And then slowly come up when you're ready. You'll take your hands to your heart, Samastitihi. Good job. Let's go to the other. Open up. Take that arm back to the other foot or hand or ankle, or ankle, and then the other hand goes out. Feel that front thigh and hip flexor. Rib down, pubic bone up. Good. Breathe fully. And if you care to add on, push that foot into your hand, Natarajasana, King Dancer. We're going to take another inhale. And then as you're exhaling, come back up, Samastitihi. Great job. And then grab a sip of whatever you're drinking and meet me at the top third of your mat. and we're going to be taking a down dog. We're going to be heading towards the floor soon for some pigeons or hip openers. So when you're ready, you can go up, inhale, a little bit of a back bend. Let your exhale come down to the mat. Now your feet are going to go back into an upside down, so that your body makes an upside down V. This is down dog. One heel can press while the other knee bends. One knee can press. So we call this walking the dog. You want to introduce some more flexibility into one leg and then into the other. Now both heels can lift up at the same time and both heels can lower. Both heels can lift and both heels can lower. And then you're going to press the heels down towards the floor and keep pushing your hands into the mat. Lift your sit bones. Take a 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to introduce pigeon pose, and if you care to do another one, you can do lying on your back, figure 4. But if you'd like to do pigeon, the right leg can come up and towards your hands. And I'm going to take a look and see what everybody's doing. Good, you're lifted, your back leg is long. So notice how that feels. That looks good. Inhale, and it looks like everybody's good, so we're going to head down. You can use your arms like a pillow if you need it, or you can just rest the arms beside or long. Let me take a look. Good, and hold. 10, that's it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now slowly walk your hands back up, lift up, take an inhale. Your back toes can curl and your knee comes off the floor of that back leg here, that we can shift back, walk it out, downward dog. And usually, like right now, I can feel one leg feels a lot longer just from the hip having released. See what you feel. Now the inhale is going to lift up the other leg, the left leg, 3-legged dog for a moment. Exhale the left leg up to your hand so that knee is closer to the left hand. Take an inhale. Everyone looks good. That's it. Yeah, so your left foot will feel like it's near your right front pocket. I think I can read your question through the screen, Karen, right? Yep, and then come down. And then pretend either if you need a pillow, your arms can be your pillow, or if your head reaches the floor, that's great too. You can stretch out your arms if you want, but just make sure your neck feels good. Breathe in. And it's like your exhales are melting the hip muscles. They can let go, they can relax. This is an energetic intention of wellness, appreciation, creating a loving, healing wellness space for your body, your mind, your spirit. Words of kindness and appreciation about your body, mind, spirit, even in your mind's eye, even in your heart. Only words of upliftment and wellness. Give another releasing exhale. And then as you're ready, you're walking your hands back up, opening up your heart. Good. Curling your back toes and lifting that knee off the floor. Now we shift into a down dog and just walk it out a little bit. It's like you're letting your sourdough bread bake. You're letting all of the ingredients that we've put in this practice assimilate. So hold the heels towards the floor now and just notice 5. And this one is called frog posture. This is one of my favorites as well. So these are hip openers. These are powerful openers. So if you're doing frog, the knees go wide and the toes can go towards each other. The forearms can come down like a pillow. If this doesn't serve you, usually a good, easy correction is to fold the mat in and let your knee have more support. So everyone looks good. I want your bones, I want comfortable. And your neck relaxes because it's on the pillow of your forearms wherever you need it. You might be able to release tension with your exhales. You usually can just continue to relax with your exhales. Inner thighs. Letting go. And the hips are storage houses often, so you're just giving them the attention they want to be in a safe place, to let go. Take another inhale, slowly walk your way up, and then you can put your shins more inside and take a child's pose, just a traditional child's pose. Rest your head for a moment. And we're going to add on the toe stretch, pull the toes under, and then push back in a child's pose. You'll feel your feet stretching. If you'd like to add on more to that foot stretch, you can walk your torso up. This one has a nickname of toe crushasana, where you're vertical. That's totally up to you, or go back. So take an inhale. And then we're going to walk down to the belly and take Bhujangasana, which is a cobra or a swan, depending on yoga or Pilates. So the legs are down. Inhale, lift up your torso, and then let your hands help you. So I take a wider position to make sure I'm out of my neck and my shoulder blades are down the back. So you can find out, yes, everyone looks good. Your neck, I want to feel good. So your shoulder blades could probably go lower, Karen, just a tiniest bit. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, that's good too. I like the Sphinx as a backup plan. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now exhale to lower, and the hands are going to be either beside your hips this time, Shalabhasana, or interlaced at your low back. Inhale, lift up, and breathe. 10. Let your breath naturally lift you a bit. Inhales facilitate extension. So your posture is never 100% static like a piece of concrete. You are organic. You're moving and up and down, and you're just flowing. You're not rigidly stopping anything. Nice. And then the push back to a child pose. Shins can be resting on the mat, or you can do a toe under, your choice. Take an inhale. And we're going to take another sip of wellness before we go down to our backside. So let your body have the length of the mat. So just before you go down, just sort of double check you have the length of the mat behind you. And we're going to just roll down. Yep. And the left leg's going to go down long. The right knee can go over the body. Your left hand can help that knee down like a paperweight. And if you're like me, like to take a few more shoulder rolls, please add that on. You can feel like you're at the beach. The fingers are dragging a circle in the sand around you. Let your arm open up like a Y or a T. Take another inhale. And then let that exhale release your body. Now the right leg goes long. Take your other leg down and take the right hand to the left knee. It's like a paperweight. Your left arm can take a few circles around. Like you're at the beach, you're drawing that circle in the sand. And if anything hurts, avoid that range of motion. All the range of motion should feel good. Now open up that left arm. Notice you have a shoulder and a chest opener. Notice you have your upper back releasing, your lower back and your hip. This one's a really powerful pose. There's a lot of releasing happening in this one. I love rotations. Notice how that feels. You're wringing out the old and you're bringing in the new, kind of like a wash rag. You're wringing out the dirty water, you're bringing in the new, fresh water. Five, 4, 3. And then take another inhale. And then slowly come back. So you're on your back side. And you can take a gentle leg in, and I like to add a little rock with this so that you're getting a little massage on the muscles that attach to the sacrum. You can take your hands lightly on the knees and add a circle so it's kind of like stirring the pot. This is just, there's no real hard muscular contraction. This is just circulating and lubricating the joint. You can go the other way. And then the feet are going to be on the mat. You can lift and spread your toes. The hands are beside your hips. Curl your low back up and down and try about 3 to 5 of these bridges, Setu Bandhasana. And we're going to think about the focus being that each part of your spine, each part of your backbone gets some attention. So take as much time as you need. If your low back runs tight, take a little more focal time there. And each vertebra rolls down. Inhale and exhale. Moving cerebrospinal fluid, moving synovial fluid, creating space between the disc. Now the next time that you're up, find a place that feels like your hamstrings and glutes are supporting you so your low back doesn't feel jammed, it doesn't feel overly arched. I like to add a variation of interlaced finger position under the back. That's an option, or even arms overhead like a field goal post. Find what works for you. You can even close the eyes here and just breathe in, opening up that heart. The energy or the intention is supportive wellness to your body, appreciation to your body, mind, spirit, only words and thoughts of good, of upliftment, of kindness to those parts of you. Let the breath be fuller as you get more comfortable here. Kindness, wellness, appreciation, refilling our cup. This is a safe wellness place. You can release your shoulder blades and then lower the spine down one vertebra at a time. Take that right ankle to left thigh and reach your hands through the window of your leg. So the hips have 6 deep external rotators. So you're going to notice you can do a few hip openers and you'll feel releases in different ways. So notice when you rock, you might find a place that's really good for you. Relax the hips. You're welcome to stay right here, or if you'd like to do one I call teapot, you keep the legs the same. We'll do the other side in a minute, so keep the legs the same. Roll over till your right foot hits the floor, and then open your right arm out. Your left hand can even gently push that thigh away from you. So now this is a great hip stretch. If it doesn't serve you, go back to the regular figure 4, but this one also has a little low back stretch. Release that mind, release any tension in the body, release your jaw. Take another inhale. And just notice how you are feeling here. And then you can gently bring yourself back to your backside and let your left ankle come to your right thigh. Reach your hands through the window. And if any time you need a pillow in these poses, so sometimes if the hip feels tight, you might feel like your head's in an odd position or your neck, so it's just a correction to put a pillow there. Otherwise, if you feel like you can rock, that's a nice little movement. Sometimes it's nice to open and spread the toes here because they're free off the floor. Relax your mind and can remind yourself gently of that wellness intention, that appreciation for your body, only words of good and kindness. Think about how when a baby's born, how it loves every part of its body from head to toe. It doesn't criticize or judge. It's pure love. It's just totally fascinated. So if you are in your body for the first time, what a wonderful miracle it would be to be able to experience this. So we're going to be very wellness oriented in our body, words of kindness and loving appreciation for the miracle that it is, the body, the mind, the spirit. If you care to add on, you're going to roll over. Your foot's on the floor. Your right hand can even help open that knee. Your left arm goes out like that rotational pose we did earlier, and a hold. Relax the eyes. Feel how good that is. Where do you feel it? Hip, low back, chest and shoulder. Five. Good. 4. And then just letting go and hugging your legs in when you're ready. I'm going to offer that if you have a Dynaband or a elastic tubing that you can use it. I don't want you to feel like you have to if you don't have it. Amy, I think you're going to like this for your neck. So I think everyone will, but you can give me feedback later and tell me. You can wrap the band. So look how I've got it kind of like a horseshoe around my right foot. Now my right hand has both sides of that band. My left hand's free, guys. Now because I'm lying down, we're lying down, my head weight, 8 to 12 pounds, is on the floor. I'm not having to hold it up. Take your left ear to your left shoulder and then try to let the floor have you. So the right hand has this Dynaband that's pulling your shoulder down. It's as if I were helping you pull your shoulder down. And if you want a tiny bit more, take your left hand and gently pull the ear to the shoulder, and then just see if you can feel a little release. This is a scaling stretch. Now, just stay here if you need to, but if you want a small variation, there's medial, posterior, and anterior scaling, which the other way to say that is, if you just change where your nose points down to your clavicle, you'll feel a little deeper stretch, another stretch. It might be deeper for you, it might not. Everybody's built differently. So one arm's getting assist by the being pulled down with the band. So you can make micro adjustments, and sometimes you feel a little different stretch. Now you're going to come back to neutral and just carefully take the other foot in there. And your left hand now has the band, and your band is just trying to help you keep your shoulder down. Try your right ear to right shoulder. You might even let your right hand help you. And just feel that length. Let the band take your arm a little bit down. Oops. If you found that a little variation like chin towards the clavicle helped you, let the band try to pull your shoulder down like I'm pulling your wrist down. And then you can release that band and you can just let go and notice how you feel, and take a moment just to either clear your mind, or you can breathe in the energy of love and kindness, appreciation to your body. Love and kindness, appreciation to your mind. Love and kindness, appreciation to your spirit. And then just let that all seal together. We'll let our fingers awaken, and we're going to come up to a seated position and just notice how you feel. So again, we'll let the hands come to the heart, and the world can be hard enough, and the outside world, even by well-meaning people who accidentally try to give you their opinions. So we want to always be really solid in our own alignment, not dependent or conditional upon the other parts of the world. So we're solid in our alignment of kindness to our body, mind, and spirit. I only speak words of kindness to my body, mind, spirit, appreciation, and wellness. That way we're so solid on our alignment, it really doesn't matter what's going on around us. We have that knowledge, that connection, that unshakable kindness, appreciation, and going towards the light, heliotropic wellness quality. So may you go out there and be a light to the rest of the world.